Blessings and welcome to the Spirit of the Lotus. On this day of February 19th, 2023, please join us for chanting, prayer, discourse, and meditation. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am the Master living here, free from doubt and free from fear, knowing now all good supply ever comes from realms on high. I am the hand of God's own fortune, spreading forth the treasures of light, now accepting all good fortune, to spread God's love and great light. I am the Master living here, free from doubt and free from fear, knowing now all good supply
whatever comes from realms on high. I am the hand of God's own fortune, spreading forth the treasures of light, now accepting all good fortune, to spread God's love and great light. Mani padme hue, diamond in the lotus of light and dark, individuality. There is no fear or doubt in me. I'm casting out want and misery. I am the inflow of all good supply that comes from God, from realms on high. Now all abundance flows to me. So on the earth I am free, until the day my spirit flies to meet Christ Jesus in the sky. There is no fear or doubt in me. I'm casting out want and misery. I am the inflow of all good supply that comes from God, from realms on high. I am, There is only one. There is only one God. There is only one. Yes, there is only one. There is only one. Yes, there is only one love. There is only one. Yes, there is only one. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I I am light and energy emanating in eternity. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I am light and energy emanating in eternity. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am.
Dearest Mother, Father God, the one parent of us all, the one in whom we all live, move, and have our being, in thy holy and protective light, we ask for thy manifestations to manifest in, through, and about each and every soul. We come to thee, dear Lord, the one with no name and yet all names, invoking thy holy and precious Spirit. Help us to rest and relax in thy holy and precious light. That we walk in remembrance and in this reality of peace, love, harmony, and unity. Help us to accept the things that we cannot change. Grant us with serenity, understanding, that we do not judge. We ask for a special blessing upon all those who are crossing over from this reality into the next, from this dimension into the next. May they be guided by the light. We thank you, dear God, for all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. Thou art the all-powerful, almighty, the one without a second. Amen and amen. Om Tat Sat Om. Give me one moment while I adjust the camera. Sorry, we're looking, and I'm sorry, my I don't remember the exact name of it, but it just happened 1 or 2 nights ago. But it's a night to celebrate Shiva, and I'm not even going to try to say it because I will not say it correctly right now. But so we, this is a beautiful time of recognizing our teachers and recognizing our own spirituality and the spirituality that exists in the world for us to recognize ourselves as spiritual. So I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it right now, and I can't look it up, but that time is, we could definitely sense the energy of that still happening. So we're grateful. In terms of announcements, we have a retreat here in Belen coming up on April 21st and 22nd, I believe. It is on the webpage. If you go to spiritofthelotus.com, please send in your registration form, I believe by March 31st, so that we can prepare. And we are having Zoom class. It will also be available on Zoom. And I believe that's all for announcements. So it is part 1. So we are looking at a part 2 in the summertime, and that will be announced hopefully by the end of February. But some arrangements need to be made. And I believe that is all for announcements. And also happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate Valentine's Day. So today's service is about peace. And so peace, where are we going with the peace today? So there are so many streams of information coming in to each and every one of us. Those could be physical, streams of information, that we're experiencing here in the third dimension. If we're watching the news or social media or TV, or reading the news. So there's those streams of information. And then we also have streams of information coming in from our community, the people around us, our coworkers, our neighbors, whoever, people around us. And then we have these spiritual energies coming in as well. So we're just getting tons of information from all different levels. And this can really get the mind going. And today we wanted to talk about having peace of mind. And how do we go about doing that? The mind is known as this, monkey mind, or this wild creature, inside of us that's just doing whatever it wants, going in every which way. And we'd like to take it back. One of the first practices that we learned in meditation is to detach from the thoughts. So all of the things we're going to talk about today are to help us to regain and to claim this sense of peace of mind. that we can have. So, all right. So one of the things here is detaching from the thoughts. So detaching from the thoughts and seeing the thoughts like clouds in the sky, moving across the mind. So you can observe your thoughts. You can observe them from a detached, like as if they were clouds in the sky moving through. And just allow them to move through. That's an immediate strategy that we can use for dealing with if we're having an overactive mind. Another strategy that we can have to help bring peace of mind and peace to the mind is acceptance. So part of the acceptance is really understanding that we are all one. Everything is one. If you imagine this entire creation, this entire experience, every single thing that's happening, every single circumstance, situation, smell, taste, any feeling that you're having is part of this source of God, this source of this creation, this one singular source. So if we recognize that, if we can recognize that, we can start to accept. So many of us may try to reject or repel things that we feel are not helping us or serving us. So we try to, if we're feeling angry, we'll try to not feel angry and try to push it away. If we're feeling stressed, we'll try to not feel stressed and we'll try to push it away, or, to feel not stressed somehow. If we don't like a certain food or something, we'll try to reject. And we're not saying to, if you're allergic to peanuts, we're not saying like, go eat all the peanuts. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is to accept that it's in your the first step is acceptance. So accept that this is happening. I accept that this is in my reality right now. As much as I may not want it to be there, because I know it is connected to the divine source of all. And it is love. If the divine source is love, I can recognize that although this may be vexing me, it is part of this creation and this love and this oneness, unification of all things, all beings, everything. So if we're having mental struggles with the mind regarding a circumstance, a situation, a feeling, anything, are we able to recognize it as part of this oneness and accept it with love? And it may seem like we're accepting something outward, but we're actually practicing self-acceptance. Because, for example, with peanuts, the peanuts don't care that they're peanuts. So they don't need your acceptance. It's us having self-acceptance. The self-acceptance of, I'm rejecting those, or I'm rejecting my anger. I'm not going to have anger. I'm going to do these breathing exercises so that I can get rid of it. Even anger, these things that we hate or that we don't want to see in ourselves, they have a purpose. They're represented in this existence. There's archetypes. I mean, even the planet Mars, it represents that fiery anger. It's a part of the solar system. Do we reject the solar system and say, the solar system is that I don't like that planet, so therefore I'm going to try to get rid of it. I'm just going to ignore it. Which there's a time for that too. I mean, it's with love, and it's with understanding that we can come to accept those differences and those challenges that we may have mentally. So practice acceptance and love. And if something does come in, like frustration, stress, or anger, try not to push against it. See what it, like we're always taught here at Spirit of the Lotus. See what it's telling us. See where it's guiding us. It could be leading us to something that is just very fulfilling for us if we have that understanding, and if we're able to recognize that it's within us and it's us. And as much as we want to blame other groups, or the other one that we see is not just blaming other people, other situations. We also see joining in with the mass consciousness, and I don't want to say giving up, but it's a form of apathy. If everybody's feeling angry right now, I also deserve to feel angry. So rather than accepting our own anger and where we're at, which maybe other people are having anger or sadness or whatever it may be, and it's not to discount that, but it's also to realize that self-mastery begins here with us. The other thing is that we may think everybody's experiencing grief. And because we're experiencing grief, we could believe that others are experiencing it, when in reality, the real reality, they may be like fine, not experiencing it at all, and are at peace. But maybe because they're supposed to be experiencing grief, they may have to project that for fear of, not being loved. So do not judge, and do not worry about other people and what they're experiencing. It's getting down to the roots of our own mental busyness, our own mental drama that we create for ourselves. So this is a very important step for bringing peace to our mind, body, emotions. Now, a third strategy is to, if you find yourself being very mental, very stuck in the mind, worrying, stress, pretty much using your energy for things that really don't need to be worried about or stressed about, and we've accepted it, the other part of that may be to take action if you are guided to take action. So if you're like looking for, if you want to get a job, to do that, but see if you can first get to a point where you feel whatever it is we're doing, that we get to a point where we feel like that peace, like we have a baseline of peace and that things are okay. Because we keep, many may have the feeling things are not okay, but if we can look around and accept what's happening to us, things may be okay. And we may need to accept that we are okay. Step 3. If we find ourselves going super mental all the time, start to experiment with getting into actions, and the action could be like resting. So that's still an action. But try to get into an action that takes you out of your mind. And we are not recommending drugs or alcohol at all. We just personally think those things are like, can you do it? Can you do it yourself? Can you take yourself out of your mind? Can we take ourselves out of our mind through artwork? Maybe doing some art or some creative practice, dancing. And Reverend Tara is always telling us to go sing and dance, and be out in nature. And this is it. So this is getting out of the mind, where the mind isn't, and it may take some practice. And we recently learned about, I believe it's a Japanese practice, it's called forest bathing. And you're meant to do it with no cell phone and at least for half an hour. And no screens, no electronics. It's okay if it's turned off and put somewhere for an emergency or something, but to go out into nature and to allow the nature to interact with you and to help us. I believe it helps us to get out of our mind. So if you're trying these things, like say you try some adult coloring book or something, and you find yourself just, coloring and stressing about work, see if you can reframe your focus and have yourself focus on the colors. Focus on your breathing. Focus on mantra, if you have mantra, to focus on mantra, or a positive affirmation. If rather than having the mind wander, and that's what those are for, that's what these practices, these ancient spiritual practices are for. They're to help us calm the mind so that we can get into the flow of life, so that we can get into the river. So, and you may need something to help you, but for us to practice, because in the real reality, we will be stripped of everything. Everything will be removed. And we will be that spark, just a spark of light, that divine intelligence. So even if we're relying on colored pencils and paper, let it be a tool for now, but with this understanding that we can have this light going, this flame, that we don't need anything to help us get to this peaceful place. Let the breath take you to this unity consciousness, this peace. Let the mantra take you to this place of peace, where we are that. We are infinite beings. So as much as we love our creature comforts and our tools to help us get into this, sometimes, we need to recognize, are the tools working for us right now? Maybe we wait and we try something else so that we can bring ourselves, so that we can do something that brings us out of the mind and into that pure, creative, co-creator state with God. Calming down the mind, accepting the failures of life, accepting the missed deadlines, accepting ourselves as imperfect, perfect beings, that we don't have to do everything perfect all the time. And with that, I would like to please prepare for deep level meditation. By the way, we are using a different hotspot this week to see if this hotspot is working better with the technology. So if you could please send feedback regarding this hotspot, because we are using a different hotspot. I don't know if the technology is working, if there's any buffering or pixelation, please let us know, because it is a different hotspot. Thank you. Please prepare for deep level meditation. Red crystal firelight, red crystal firelight, rose red crystal firelight, red crystal firelight, rose red crystal firelight, red crystal firelight. See this crystalline rose red ray moving in, through, and about every cell and atom of our being. Healing, healing, healing our physical body. Healing our finances and our sense of security we feel safe, secure, or all of our physical needs are met. We trust our body. In this rose red crystalline ray. Now release the red ray and visualize moving in and out you and moving all about you. A fire orange ray, orange crystal firelight. Orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight, orange crystal firelight. See this orange ray moving in, through, and all about us. This orange fire gets into all the subconscious caverns, bringing light and illumination, burning away negative thoughts, feelings. Healing our dreams. Bringing about a great joy. Healing the subconscious mind. And this orange crystalline firelight. Now release this orange ray and visualize moving in and out you and moving all about you. A sunshine yellow ray, yellow crystal firelight, sunshine yellow firelight, yellow crystal firelight. See this sunshine yellow ray, even as we do mental activities. Our mind is focused on the mantra, on the breath. Our mind is trained and able to accomplish these mental tasks with ease and focus. Our will is aligned with the will of the Godhead. And each step that we take is guided. We are calm and at peace in this sunshine yellow ray. Now release this sunshine yellow ray and pay careful attention as we move from the lower realities to the higher realities, from death to immortality, and from darkness into light. And visualize green crystal firelight, green crystal firelight, green crystal firelight, emerald green firelight, emerald green firelight, green crystal firelight. See this emerald green ray of light moving in, through, and about every cell and atom of our being. This green ray heals, heals, heals the inner and outer environment. This emerald green shines upon and illuminates the caverns within us, the caverns of the heart of the quantum reality. We are super conscious. Filled with love, understanding, and hope in this emerald green ray of light. Now release this green ray and visualize moving in and out you and moving all about you. A sky blue ray of light, blue crystal firelight, sky blue crystal firelight, blue crystal firelight, blue crystal firelight, blue crystal firelight, blue crystal firelight. See this blue crystalline firelight moving in, through, and about us, touching every cell and atom of our being, bringing about peace, peace, peace. We express through our creativity. So many creative ways to be and practices. Movement, dance, singing, music, cooking, gardening. We are creative beings. This creativity brings us peace and spirituality. We rest in faith in this blue crystalline firelight. Now release this blue ray and visualize moving in and out you and moving all about you. A purple ray of light, purple crystal firelight, purple crystal firelight, purple crystal firelight. See this purple crystalline firelight healing, healing, healing us. We are masters of our destiny. We are the witness of our reality. We are love in action. Peace and truth. We are balanced in this purple crystalline firelight. Now see gold, a golden crystalline firelight, moving in, through, and about us. Then see a white crystalline firelight. See this crystalline firelight moving in, through, and about us. See this crystalline firelight expanding and expanding. Rest and relax in this clear crystalline firelight. Now see a river flowing from the throne of God and a twin river flowing from infinity. See these two rivers combining into one, flowing down through the center of the crown, filling us with light, energy. Now bring all this energy back, up through the soles of the feet, down through the center of the crown, in through the palms of the hands. whirling and twirling at the threefold flame of the heart, breathing new life and energy into every cell of our being. And when we're all the way back in the body, rub the palms together and cup them gently over the eyes. We may do this now. Blessings, and have a beautiful week with a peaceful mind and clear intentions. And we will see you next week. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you.